Guys, don't get sick of Lamar Jackson content, but it's the top story right now. That, the Aaron Rodgers deal. Those are the two top stories right now in the NFL, and we need to cover them and we need to know the ins and outs of them. Here on Mike Drop Sports, we're going to keep covering this topic, much more. Keep subscribing to the channel. You guys are really doing awesome and subscribing. And also, like the videos, it helps me out, keeps pushing it out through the YouTube algorithm. And here we go about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is a unique beast here. You have a quarterback in Deshaun Watson that received that fully guaranteed deal, and the QB market was completely reset and completely destroyed. Now you have the owners trying to reel it back in, which they're doing an okay job at doing. They're trying to reel it back in, and Lamar Jackson just happens to be the guy that's taking the heat for that. Lamar says he doesn't need a fully guaranteed contract. He just wants the money to be comparable to Deshaun Watson. You had Patrick Mahomes go out and start all this off when he got his 10-year deal, $500 million. What's the last 200, 300 million of that contract's bullshit. So, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Patrick Mahomes will get his money. He'll end up getting paid. But in terms of like security for him, like the last few years of that's bullshit. You know, down the road, they're going to end up restructuring his contract anyway. So this contract will look vastly different by the time it hits, which it'll never hit the 10-year mark ever. So, but you had those contracts, those two big contracts come up. Now here's Lamar Jackson ready to eat, ready to get that big money. However, Lamar Jackson can't win you a playoff game. He hasn't won you a playoff game. And it's not bullshit. It's the truth. And all these people that turn a blind eye to it and just see that MVP, which was voted on by some sports media personalities and stuff like that. I don't know, writers, who cares, whatever, whoever votes on it. Yeah, he had a great season. I don't think he's the most valuable player because he's not hoisting Lombardi at the end of the season. And that's how I see it and gauge off. That's how I gauge every player, is by rings and trophies and all that, because what else are you gauging them off of? I don't care about good regular seasons and shit. I just want you to get to the playoffs, get in the playoffs and make a run, and then prove who the best teams are that once you're in the playoffs. I don't care about the regular season as much as I care about winning in the playoffs and winning those trophies and championships and rings, man. And Lamar Jackson, he's been injured during the playoffs here. And I get it, dude. Don't ruin your money. I get that. I'm not saying you should go out there and play injured Lamar Jackson. However, I am saying that the great ones, they suck it up sometimes. And they go out and win a ball game. And everybody knows that. I had a guy comment and say that, hey, you're just spitting common knowledge that everybody knows, common knowledge. Yeah, no doubt. That's what sports is, common knowledge. So we keep looking at this scenario and looking at all the common knowledge that keeps getting thrown out our way. And then we're putting it all together and we're trying to figure out what's going to be the next move for this guy, because he's going to get screwed. He's not going to get what he thinks he should get. And he's going to end up being forced into taking something that he really, truly doesn't want, which is cool, whatever. He's still going to make a big bag. No matter what, he'll still be making north of the, upper 40s, I would assume, from anybody. But what team in their right mind is prepared to give up 2 first-round draft picks in consecutive seasons for Lamar Jackson? And I get it. There's teams out there that give up more draft capital and more money, more players combined in a package to take a shot in the NFL draft at an unknown commodity. Like a draft pick, we don't know. We don't know what's, we can all sit here and speculate and everybody can have fun arguing back and forth which quarterback is the best, which wideout's the best in the draft. But do we ever truly know? We see these 6th, 5th, 4th round draft picks shine at the NFL level and really go above and beyond with the guys that got picked in the upper echelons of the draft and got paid the most at that time. And then they end up getting bigger second deals and make some money and stick around in the NFL and have some longevity. However, guys, what we're talking about is this Lamar Jackson thing. He's wanting, you're going to have to pay him $45 million plus, period. Now the Ravens could get off and pay him 34.2 for the franchise tag this season, but I doubt he would even play on it. And I think these two sides are so dug in that there's going to be no movement, man. Lamar ain't coming back to play in Baltimore under that franchise tag. He will not sign it. He has till week 10 to sign that deal. He may wait till then and be healthy and then come in, sign that deal, make some coin, and then he's 1000% healthy and he takes the Ravens on a magical Super Bowl run. But they got to get to the playoffs first. And can they do that led by backup quarterback? I don't think so. I don't think that they can navigate the AFC North with the likes of Joe Burrow in it, Deshaun Watson, and a young Kenny Pickett and George Pickens that are starting to look like they might be something special down the road. So now you have three teams that are on the upward. Possibly the Browns are like stuck in the middle because we don't know what Deshaun Watson's going to do. I don't feel like he looked that great when he did come in and play last season. I mean, when he came to Pittsburgh, they seemed to get up in his grill and keep him under lock and key and keep him, from really doing some damage through the air or through the ground. So they really made him uncomfortable in the pocket, and that's what you need to do with these guys that have good athletic ability. These defenses, most of them have figured them out and say, hey, man, make them become pocket passers. Don't let them outside that pocket. Keep them in there, and we're going to corral them and send pressure and try to make them make errant throws from the pocket because they're not very good in the pocket. And a lot of them, they're just throwing it up and hoping to God that the guy's going to be there, which creates interceptions, especially when you're playing against some good defenses. The Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see how the Bengals look after this offseason and draft season going into the 2023. We'll see how they look. We'll see how that defense transformed a little bit and see what we think that they're going to be able to do next season. But Lamar Jackson is not going to probably be in the AFC North any longer. And if he plays on that franchise tag, I'll be absolutely shocked. But why would any team put all that together, the picks, the money, whatever they got to give him, why would they put all that together for a guy that's had chances in the playoffs and not capitalized on them? And I don't feel that he's really won any big games at any time. And I always pose this question on my channel, and I've never got an answer from anybody. And that is name one big game that Lamar Jackson's really ever truly won. Come on. I mean, I get it. It's a team sport, so we shouldn't be talking about what Lamar has won individually. But his team hasn't won anything either. So even when he's out, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they've been mediocre with Lamar. They've made the playoffs a couple times, but they've not made it to the big AFC championship game, the Super Bowl game, nothing like that. He has very few playoff wins. 1, 2, very few. He's been there 5 years. The sample size is out there. What more do you need to see from him? You know what you get, a superior athlete that is second to none. However, at the quarterback position, either they haven't given him what he needs to succeed or he hasn't been able to succeed. Those are the two answers. That's it. Because he hasn't succeeded except for a halfway okay regular season record. He's won the MVP once. That's it. But in terms of putting trophies in the trophy case, no. In terms of getting rings on your finger, no. In terms of playing in big games and exciting your fan base, no. Nobody can say that he has. So, again, guys, there is no team out there that is willing to put that package together at this point anyway. They're not desperate enough. If there's an injury or something, they may be desperate enough to put that package together. But however, if it's not before the NFL draft, is it too late? For the Ravens? Maybe they'll just match it and keep him and see what's going on because they would want maybe them draft picks now to try to capitalize on a CJ Stroud, Will Levis, somebody like that. They might want that now. They might need that draft capital right now. And no team is prepared to do that at this point. They've seen the drama. They know that he has no representation. They see how much this has been played out through the media. Is any team really prepared to create such a huge distraction simply by just signing guys' name to a piece of paper? Because it's coming, and it's coming big time, man. You'll hear it all season. The people will be there. National media. Everybody covers Lamar Jackson right now. He's the hot topic. So you are bringing in a media circus with Lamar. And I had a guy say, "Hey, what media circus?" Yeah, Lamar Jackson isn't like a bad guy off the field. He's never really been, never, not at all, been in trouble. And I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm not saying that. I'm going off of skill on the football field. Period. It doesn't matter anything about him anywhere else in the world. I just want to know what he's doing on that football field. And if you can't win me games, I can't pay you $50 million, bro. And what I mean by win me games, I mean advance me in the playoffs, bro. If I'm the owner, this is what I'm saying. If you can't advance me in the playoffs, I don't need you here. I'm gonna try to find somebody that can. You're gonna try to find somebody that can. That's the battle we're always fighting as an NFL front office staff member. We're always fighting to stay in the game, man, to win now, to keep our jobs. We've done some videos on that about the salary cap and how these GMs and coaches, they have a very short period of time to be able to turn a franchise around and to be able to win to keep their jobs. So they're going to typically make some big swings and some big gambles to, in hopes, make some magic happen and keep their job and keep their family in a city for more than a year and a half, 2 years. Because these NFL owners are super impatient. They want winners and they want them now. And giving that kind of compensation to a guy like Lamar Jackson, who's not a proven winner, is maybe not the best move, especially when you have a quarterback rich draft. And maybe if your team is holding some of the capital that it takes to acquire Lamar Jackson, maybe you spend that and gamble it on somebody else, because we've already seen Lamar play. Maybe you want to try somebody different. See if we can turn somebody else into that next superstar. We'll see. But again, the bottom line, guys, nobody is going to put that money out there. People rumored the Patriots to be interested. Come on, dude. Bill Belichick wouldn't want the GOAT to get paid. He didn't lobby to get him big bucks. Come on. Do you think he's going to just give everything to Lamar Jackson, a guy that he never played with? Tom Brady played 20 years with the guy. Damn near. Excuse me, my voice is still hoarse, as you can tell. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to get it out there. It's starting to bother me that this Lamar Jackson news keeps going and going and going and going. But let's just face the reality, man. See what happens in the draft. If a deal isn't done in terms of a trade to another team, and the Baltimore Ravens don't get that chance to sign the offer sheet before the NFL draft kicks off, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think he's going to be sitting there waiting. And we'll see if he even signs that tender in week 10, because I don't think he will. So, guys, thanks again. It's been awesome, man. You guys are growing the channel up by subscribing, and I truly appreciate that. We're in triple digits. We're running. We're getting subscribers all the time. So keep it up. Share the channel. Let's get some comments in there too, guys, so we can have some discussion instead of you just always hearing my opinion. Let's hear some of your opinions and hear some of your questions out there concerning these topics and any other topic you want to talk about that pertains to sports, of course. But anyway, like the videos and subscribe to the channel, and always stay up to date here at Mike Drop Sports.